Hey everyone, my name is Nathan and I'm the owner here at Minnesota Mobile Guy. If you're not already familiar with us, we're a business based here in the US state of Minnesota, but we assist clients from all over the world with all sorts of different issues and services on their smartphones, tablets, and other mobile devices. Now, one of the services that our clients most frequently ask us to perform is the SIM unlocking of a device in order to be used on a different wireless carrier other than the one that originally sold it. By default, most mobile devices are going to come with some sort of lock that restricts them to only being used with the original carrier, and they have to undergo some sort of unlock process in order to be used with a different carrier or a different network. Now, here with us today, we happen to have a Samsung Galaxy S10, and this one is originally from Verizon here in the US. Now that might throw you off a little bit because you might be saying, hey, wait, I thought that all Verizon devices already came SIM unlocked out of the box. And you were partially correct. We'll get to that here in a second once we take a look at some information. The phone's just restarting here from something that we've been doing to it. So we've got the Verizon logo showing there. And then after it boots up, we'll show you a couple other things about it. So I'm going to wait for that to load. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into the settings and show you exactly what we're working with. If we go here under About Phone, we can see that we do indeed have a Galaxy S10 and then the standard model number there, the G973U. Now, all recent Samsung flagship devices for the US models all have the same model number, so it can be a little more difficult to accurately determine exactly which carrier a phone originally came from. But here on this phone, if we jump into the settings, we'll be able to see under the service provider section that the codes there all show as VZW, so that does indicate it as an original Verizon device. And then also, of course, if we jump into the app drawer here, we have all of Verizon's lovely preloaded apps and all of their features. But this device is unique in the fact that this device has not yet been SIM unlocked. So currently we have a different non-Verizon SIM inserted, and then in the notification panel and also at the bottom, we simply get this message about changing carrier. It says that the device can't be activated on a different carrier's network right now, and that we have to contact them to get it unlocked. Now, we're making this video to let any interested clients know that we do offer a service to be able to get this device unlocked, and that's actually what we're running on it right here, right now with our computer program while it's plugged in. So while that process is finishing up, we're going to give a little background and information on the whole SIM unlock process. So normally, yes, you would be correct. Starting back in about 2013, when Verizon first started coming out with their LTE devices, one of the requirements that the government put on them in order to be able to use the type of network that they wanted was that those LTE devices had to already come SIM unlocked out of the box. They could not be restricted to only Verizon's network in any way. It's just something that the government threw out there. So ever since those days, the vast majority of Verizon devices, yes, have already come SIM unlocked out of the box. But this year, 2019, they started doing something different. Back in January or February, I think it was, they got approval from the government to be able to lock the devices for the first 48 hours after they were purchased. And they claimed that it was a step that they were enacting to help combat some of the fraud and the theft behind mobile devices these days. Customers would be buying the devices and then never intending to make a payment on them and just selling them right away, or they would set up the account under a stolen credit card or a stolen ID, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So somehow they got approval to lock the devices for just those 48 hours, the first 2 days after purchase, and then after that, the device would automatically unlock itself via a signal from Verizon. Now, the only case that they wouldn't do that was if they thought that the device was purchased on a fraudulent account with a fake ID, fake card, what have you. So that went on until about July or August of this year, and then Verizon got approval from the government to be able to stretch those 48 hours all the way into 2 months. So now Verizon devices come SIM locked to them by default, brand new out of the box, and they stay that way for a whole 60 days after purchase. And then the same thing still applies. The device automatically gets unlocked after those 60 days, assuming that there aren't any blocks or restrictions that Verizon has on their end. But it can be difficult to get that done if you're not someone who's a Verizon customer or you're not in the US or whatever the case may be. So over this year, we've been contacted by tons of people who have a Verizon device, whether they brought the device to a different country by a family member or if they just bought it online from a different person thinking that it was already unlocked, whatever the case may be, and they discovered that it was SIM locked when they got it, and whatever the case may have been, that they were not able to get it SIM unlocked through Verizon because they weren't the original owner or they didn't meet Verizon's requirements, whatever the case may have been. So we are making this video to let our customers know that we are able to get it unlocked just using our computer programs and tools. You don't necessarily have to go through Verizon to get it done. That's something that we can connect directly to your computer and do it for anyone almost anywhere in the world, as long as you have a good Windows computer and a fast internet connection. Or for those customers here in the US, we do also offer mail-in service if you're more familiar with that. So we're running the unlock process here on the device. It should just take another minute or so to finish up, and then we should be able to see after that that the device does fully register and work on the SIM card that we have inserted without giving us that change carrier message at the bottom. So give me just a little bit to get this finished up, and then we'll be able to see the final results. We should just be able to do one restart here, and then we should be able to see that the device does indeed register on that test SIM card that we have inserted. We are done with our computer program here, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it, and we just have to wait for it to finish its startup process here. So we've got Samsung, and then the Verizon logo. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the network settings here to give you the clearest picture at what we've got under, there we go, under status. So now we can see that we are indeed registered on Cricket, which is a prepaid provider here in the US that runs on AT&T's network, and that is the SIM card that we have inserted here. So we've got it fully registered here. All the signal items are showing up. We've got our signal bars that are up top, and we don't have that carrier locked message anymore that was showing before. So the device has been fully SIM unlocked and is able to be used on other compatible carriers. So if you have a Galaxy S10 from Verizon and need to get it SIM unlocked, we would love to help you out with that, so go ahead and get in touch with us. All of our contact information will be right down in the video description, and I'll also put a slide at the end of the video here that has all of the information there as well. While you're here, make sure to check out all of the other videos that we have here on our channel, as we offer a lot of different services for a lot of different devices, and I'm sure you'll find something there that could come in handy. Make sure to hit that subscribe button while you're there also to be notified of all the new videos that we're constantly putting up, just like this one. Y para todos los hispanohablantes, nosotros también hablamos español, así que ustedes nos pueden contactar sin duda. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.